card shows it was 5 being in this average. He was forced to hit. Getting another card from the clear dealer, he flipped it, seeing it was a 7. Now, his total was 22 and he was bust. Now, it was 1 and 0. For Naruto, lucky he hit everyone sometimes. We still have 2 more games, so don't get your hopes up, said the boss, discarding the former cards, receiving new ones from the dealer. Naruto had 2 upwards and the boss had 4 upwards. Going first, the boss flipped his card. It being a 7 smirking, he called a hit from the dealer, receiving his card. As he flipped it, a king. He had just a blackjack, winning the round. Like I said, kiddo, you're winning just luck, said the boss. As he was marked, well, see about that, Naruto said, as he smiled. The third and final round had started, both receiving their cards. Naruto had a queen upwards, and the boss had 9 upwards. It was Naruto's turn to start, so he flipped his own card. It was a jack. Smirked. He looked at the boss, who seems to boil inside. I am staying good looking, saying Naruto, as he looked at Hinata and winked. Flipping the card, boss had underneath a 2. Now he just needed to face a 10 card or to win, or a 9 to draw. Requested a hit. He received a backwards card. He forehead started sweating as his finger touched the card. He flipped it. He was shocked to see it was an 8. This meant he had 19. He had just lost a kid. You lost, old man. Now, about the information I wanted, Naruto said, fine, whatever. Tell me what you need, and get off my face. The boss said, definitely, pissed at Naruto. Tell me where Tsunade Senju is. I know she must have been here recently, and she had reputation of losing. I am sure you got a huge profit from her being here, said Naruto. She was here just a few days ago, but she has a place where she stays before she comes here to lose all her money. It is a gamble on the side of the mountain in front of the village. She stays there with that other lady. That's where you'll find her. Now, get away from me and never come back, said the boss, as the smoked large a cigarette. After getting the info, they left the gambling site, looking at the large hill in the village. You up for mountain climbing? Said Naruto to Hinata with a smile. Sure, try to keep us up, said Hinata, knowing she was deeply wrong and she had no even close the size of stamina Naruto has. Out. Getting a little rocky now. Are we? Said Naruto. I have better ideas, said Naruto, as he sat in front of Hinata. How about I try to do it with you on my back? Said Naruto, smiling whitely. I can walk, you know, said Hinata as she crossed her arms in front of her chest. I know, but you wouldn't want to get tired now, would you? Said Naruto, knowing she wouldn't make it onto the top. Alright, if you say so, Hinata said, as she leaned on back, wrapping her arms around his neck. As Naruto got hold of her thigh with his hand, keeping her in place, they started to climb the hills. After some time, Naruto had already made it to the middle of it, following a walk path. Hinata, can you talk for a moment? Said Naruto as he continued to walk. Yes, about what? Said Hinata as she leaned her head at this temple. What did they do to you? Why did you act like that night ago? I know this is a sensitive matter to you, but please talk to me. I deserve to know, said Naruto as he stopped walking and put her down on the grass. Sitting alongside her, Hinata already had tears on her eyes, ready to release. It happened 2 years ago. It was daily, scolding and beating. My father, he kept calling me weak and worthless. As he was beating me, he took away my position as the heir of the clan, said Hinata, as she was sobbing. Let it all out, Hinata. I'm here for you, said Naruto, as he took her in her arms. After that, he wanted to make sure that there would never be any weak Hyugas from his bloodline. So he took a kunai and he 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 stabbed me in my womb, said Hinata, and she cried out loud, her tears streaming down her cheeks like a waterfall. Putting her head into his shoulders, he held her as she cried her pain away, while he too had started to fill his eyes with tears, filling with pain Hinata had inside of her. I can't have children, Naruto. I won't be able to be a mother, muffled out Hinata as she continued to cry. We will fix that, Hinata, I promise. We will fix it together, Naruto said, rubbing her back and her hair, trying to comfort her the best as he could. Staying at the same position for almost an hour, Hinata had managed to calm down. She stood up and rubbing the leftover tears away from her red eyes. Coming on, we have a signing to find, said Hinata, and she forced a smile. Are you okay now? We can rest some more if you want to, said Naruto, as he stood up too. I'm alright now. We can move on, said Hinata. Okay then, Naruto said, walking beside her. Almost one more hour walking along the path, they finally reached the carriage they were searching for. It had vines creeping at the side of the walls, and some people would count it as an uninhabited place, but it was small light coming from the window, showing that people lived in this place. Looking at Hinata, then back to the carriage, he went to the door and knocked on it. It took a few seconds, and the door opened, showing a young woman with blonde ponytail hair and a gem-like tattoo on her forehead. As soon as Tsunade laid her eyes on the people in front of her, veins appeared on her forehead and threw a quick jab, sending Naruto flying through the trees and stopping the large log. She lunged straight forward at him, landing on top of him. As she started to beat the life out of Naruto, you thought it wouldn't be funny to dress as a person I care about most and show in front of my house? You signed up for a very painful death, said Tsunade as she pounded on Naruto. On the other hand, Suzune had appeared in front of the door where she was a person she didn't think she was seen. Hinata, what are you doing here? Said Shizune, surprised. No time to explain. We have to stop Tsunade from killing Naruto, said Hinata as she rushed to the place where Tsunade was beating Naruto. Naruto? Said Shizune, shocked as she followed Hinata. Seconds later, they joined Tsunade and Naruto. Even though Naruto was getting beaten by Tsunade, he didn't even try to fight back, but he just took the punches, would open over his face and body as he started to bleed. Tsunade, stop. He is the real Naruto. You are killing him, screaming Hinata as she ran towards Tsunade. "Hinata, are you all doing here?" said Tsunade as she stopped punching, the blood dripping from her knuckles. "He is Naruto. I came with him to find you." Cheeks on the necklace. "On him? If you don't trust me," said Hinata, pointing at Naruto's neck. Tears his short open without another doubt. His neck was a crystal neck she had given Naruto years back. Looking at Naruto smile, her eyes filled with tears as she dropped over Naruto, crying, her eyes over him. "How could you do this to me? How could you leave me like that? I care about you," said Tsunade as she hugged tight Naruto, making him groan in pain as a few ribs cracked. You don't squeeze the life out of me. Maybe I'll tell you everything," said Naruto as he winced in pain. "Let go of him." She helped him up on his feet, putting arms over her shoulder. "Hey, Shizune," said Naruto as he grinned. "Hey, Naruto, glad to see you're alive," said Shizune as she let a few tears escape her eyes, putting him inside the carriage. Shizune and Hinata brought him something to clear the blood. Tsunade closed his wounds with her medical ninjutsu. Getting him all patched up, they sat on the chair of the table as Naruto started talking and explaining everything that had happened to him, to Tsunade, to Sune, and the reason he didn't make himself noticeable till now. And after 1 hour talking, everything was summarized, and everyone had caught up with what happened. "So why did you come and find me?" said Tsunade. "For a few reasons. One of them is for you to be our leader back to the island and help us make a legit village, as it once was. A second reason, it was we need a strong medical to help us in emergencies and to help with other things," said Naruto as he looked at Hinata. "I see, but I don't know if I'm able to do the job again," said Tsunade. "And my healing techniques are a bit out of shape. I didn't have a chance to practice them to a lot here. I think you are perfect for a job, and you think have a student there who have basic knowledge of healing techniques help Ino upgrade her techniques, and that should help you get in shape for what you needed to do," said Naruto. "Besides, I have accomplished what your grandfather wanted and have brought peace between till bees, gathering them all together. Okay? We will come with you and tell me the real reason why you needed me as medic there," said Tsunade as she stared at Naruto. "I need a strong medic to help me to take the bird cage seal off from Hinata and Neji. I know how to do it, but without a medic looking over them as I do it, their brains could get fried. That's why I haven't tried it yet," said Naruto as he held Hinata's hand. "What? When did Hinata get the birdcage seal? Why?" said Tsunade as a vein popped on her forehead. "It was after you left. My father got mad at me. He heard me put me a birdcage seal on me," said Hinata as she tightened her grip on Naruto's hand. "That son of a bitch. I will tear him into pieces when I meet him," said Tsunade as she punched the table, making it turn into small cracks of wood. "So, shall we get going then?" said Naruto as she stood up again with Hinata. "Hands, let go before I get more mad," said Tsunade as she tried to calm herself down, but to no avail. "Okay then, you and Shizune grab me and I will send us there," Naruto said as Tsunade and Shizune did as they were told. In a flash they were gone from there. I hope you guys like the return of what if Naruto went rogue. I hope you guys like it, and that's it.